Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football video. Today, we are doing a 10-team PPR mock draft from the 7th slot, as suggested by one of my subscribers, whose name is Alex. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, Alex. This is for you. This is for everyone at home, anyone that's picking around the 7th spot. If you're picking at the 8th spot, the 6th spot, the 9th spot, you're pretty much getting pretty similar information here throughout the whole draft, besides maybe the first pick. So, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, please go down below and click that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me, and it's going to mean a lot to you, because once you click that subscribe button, you're going to be getting all the videos for during the draft preparation stage right now. You're getting all these videos, and then you're going to be getting videos throughout the real season, the NFL season, so that you can dominate your regular season games, and then you're going to get into the fantasy postseason, and you're going to dominate in the playoffs and win that fantasy football championship. Also, big shout out to my sponsor at Fantasy Bros on Twitter. Their website is fantasybros.com. I believe it is down below in the description. If you click that link and use code Notorious, you will get 5% off your order. So they have they have a lot of great things. They have trophies, they have draft boards, they have all types of stuff that you need for your fantasy football league. So go down below and use that. So let's get right into the video. The first pick of the draft was Alvin Kamara, followed by Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Hopkins, Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson, and now it is our pick. This is a 10-team league, so I'm more likely to go wide receiver in the first round when I see the value being so high with my number one wide receiver still being available. Now, if this was a 12 or 14-team league or a non-PPR league, I'm more likely to go running back here. But I know that it's a 10-team league, so I can build that running back depth slightly after the first round and get a top-tier wide receiver, the number one wide receiver in fantasy. Now, you can't go wrong with either DeAndre Hopkins or Davante Adams, but in my opinion, Davante Adams is better. Since 2016, he has had 3 years in a row of 10 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins hasn't done that, but Davante Adams has. And Aaron Rodgers had a down year last year, and during the offseason so far, he's been talking about, or not the offseason, I guess training camp time, he's been talking about how he loves throwing the ball to Davante Adams and how he's going to throw the ball even more. How is he going to throw the ball even more to him? I don't even know, because Davante Adams was so consistent last year that this pick right here is just the easiest pick of the draft. So after with Davante Adams, Lev Bell came at the board, followed by Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Odell Beckham Jr., Tyreek the Freak Hill, and James Conner. So at the back of the draft here, typically you see people go with the two wide receiver strategy, Julio and Tyreek, and Michael Thomas and Odell Beckham. This guy went with the double Steelers connection with Lev Bell and James Conner, if Lev Bell wasn't such a bitch and didn't abandon them last year. So let's go with we're gonna go with a running back here because I like the running back value right here. Now, we don't like Todd Gurley due to the fact that that arthritis knee. Now, if you're a guy that loves taking risks, go ahead and pick Todd Gurley. But I don't know how many games he's gonna be playing. I don't know how many games he's gonna start, run out there, tweak his fucking knee, and then be out for the whole rest of the game, or be in certain series, out certain series. It's very confusing. So we just avoid Todd Gurley. But we do not avoid Mr. Nick Chubb, Mr. Full Chubb, because you should be full mast when you are drafting Nick Chubb, because that's how great he's going to be this season. A lot of people are worried about, oh, Kareem Hunt's going to come and steal his fucking job. That's not going to happen. Nick Chubb's going to come out the gates hot. He's going to come out the gates on fire, and he's going to dominate the first 8 weeks of the season. And then out of nowhere, Kareem Hunt's going to come back. And then you know what? Kareem Hunt's really just not going to do anything, because he's going to be the running back too on the team, because Chubb started off so strong, and you wouldn't stop the Chubb train. So we're going to go with Nick Chubb here. Nick Chubb played great last year. He's certainly worth this pick coming into this year with arguably a way better. They have a way better coach, so that should even give you more of reasoning to draft Nick Chubb. So after Nick Chubb, Juju came to the board, followed by Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Kerryon Johnson, Todd Gurley, Damian Williams, Travis Kelce, Adam Thielen, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Pat Mahomes, A.B. So the first quarterback off the board was Pat Mahomes at the 3-5. Typically, he goes around the 3-4-5 round range in these mocks. Now, in your real at-home draft, he may go in the first or second round due to the fact that a lot of people view quarterbacks high. Now, in this channel, we don't view quarterbacks highly. You can't take a quarterback in the first or second round unless you're playing a super flex league, and that is not what this is. The first tight end off the board at the 3-1 was Travis Kelce. Typically, you see him going around the end of the first round all throughout the second round. Obviously, he could have been picked here at the second round, but this guy on the swing went with Kelce in the third round. Typically, he's gone before the second round, so don't be hoping that he falls to the third, because likely the only tight ends that fall to the third are going to be that you would really want to draft highly, or Kelce and Kittle typically go around the third or fourth round. So we already got one of our running backs, and we're just going to go with wide receiver here because I don't want Fournette or Freeman. So we're just gonna hope that Marlon Mack falls to us here and just go with a wide receiver here. Now, I like T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton has been having a great camp, having one of his best camps ever, according coming out of there, out of the Colts beat reporters. That's what they're saying. But you know what I'm saying is that T.Y. Hilton's quarterback, Andrew Luck, his calf is fucked. And now a lot of people say, oh, Luck said he'll be good for week 1. Now the Colts aren't even sure if he'll be good for week 1 because this calf strain that he's had since April has turned into an ankle issue. So do you want your number 1 or number 2 wide receiver having a quarterback that is injured right now and likely won't play for the first couple of weeks, in my opinion? That injury of his ankle could completely just sideline him for a couple of weeks. So I'm worried about that. Am I worried about Amari Cooper? Yes, Amari Cooper hurt his leg or his foot as well. Plantar fascia issue, whatever that means. I'm pretty sure that's like turf toe. So you don't want any of that. So now you're stuck with Diggs, Edelman, Cooks, Woods. Now the thing is, I think I'm more likely here to just completely avoid a lot of the risk here and just go with the guy who I know is safe, and that is going to be. Whew, see, this is a hard decision because I don't really love these running backs. A lot of them have issues to me, but I'd rather take a running back here that I know will likely be probably healthy to begin the season and be good. That's not Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's not coming to camp. He's going to be out, probably hold out for 8 weeks. Leonard Fournette, injury prone as fuck. He hates the team. He's a crazy motherfucker. He doesn't show up to certain things. He's wild. Aaron Jones to me is the safest option here. Now I don't necessarily love picking Aaron Jones here due to that hamstring injury, but he's reported back to camp. He's playing fine, and I'm sure that they will use him heavily this year. So I'm gonna go with Aaron Jones. After we selected Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette came off the board, followed by T.Y. Hilton, Zach Ertz, Amari Cooper, Devontae Freeman, Stephon Diggs. So now I know a lot of people in the comment section right now typing, "Oh Nick, why'd you take 2 Green Bay Packers in the first 3 rounds? 3 rounds? You fucking idiot! You dumb fuck!" Yeah, that's probably what you are saying because, in my opinion, that's not necessarily the best strategy. But they were the 2 best players on the board at that time, so that's why I went with them. Now, sorry if I sound sick. I am kind of fucking sick. I keep getting sick. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck it is, but that may not necessarily have been the best decision. But you know what will be a good decision here? Backing up these two, or backing up Aaron Jones's riskiness with pure safety in Marlon Mack. Now, I love David Montgomery fantasy this year, but I don't think he's as safe as Marlon Mack. Now, Marlon Mack's not as good in PPR because he's not going to really be catching too many passes out of the backfield. He's just a guy that runs the rock. And I think that if Luck is out, they're going to rely heavier on Marlon Mack here to put the team on his back. Darren Sharper, hold my dick type moment. So I'm going to go with Marlon Mack here. After one with Marlon Mack, Josh Jacobs came out the board, followed by Julian Edelman, David Montgomery, Derrick Henry, Melvin Gordon, Robert Woods, Kenny Galladay, Chris Carson, Mark Ingram, George Kittle, Me Timbers, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp. This draft has been quite weird because Kittle fell all the way to the 5th round. Typically, he's gone by the 3rd or 4th, so don't really necessarily rely on that happening unless you're in a league where people really avoid the tight end position. So right here, we have a pretty easy decision here to make. Actually, a kind of a complicated one, but easy at the same time. Cooks or Godwin. 2 great wide receivers who are, in my opinion, the wide receiver 2s on their team. Cooks has that upside of being on a better team of the Rams, but Godwin has the upside of being a wide receiver on Tampa Bay that is going to be playing from behind a lot. So it's really a pick your poison type deal. Do you want the guy on the better team, or do you want a guy that has that huge upside potential? So I think I'm just gonna go with the guy on a better team. I think I like Godwin a lot, but I think Cooks this year will definitely play pretty solid. I prefer Woods to Cooks, but I think all these guys are around such a similar area that you're not really making a mistake with either one of these guys unless one of them ends up getting hurt. After we went with Brandon Cooks, Philip Lindsay came out the board, followed by James White, Aaron Rodgers, Tevin Coleman, Chris Godwin, and O.J. Howard. So now it is our pick yet again. And we already have 3 running backs. We have no tight end and no quarterbacks and 2 wideouts. So we could just load up on more running back depth, and I believe that is what we should do here now. Typically, I don't like picking Sony Michel because I am scared of that injury. We know he's injury prone. We know his legs keep getting hurt. He's practicing the workload. He sees 11. His knee is what's fucked up. So that's kind of scary. But at the same time, he's our 4th running back on the team. And if he stays healthy For certain games, you can just throw him in your flex and be pretty confident in that, and for that reason, I'm drafting him here. Otherwise, if he's my number 2 running back, no way I'm touching him. I'd rather just go with Eckler or Drake, who's injured, or Miles Sanders or something like that, who I view with higher upside than a guy like Sony Michel. So after we win Sony Michel, Tyler Boyd came out the board, followed by Tariq Cohen, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Deshaun Watson, A.J. Green, Andrew Luck, Jarvis Landry, Austin Eckler, Baker Mayfield, Mike Williams, and Evan Ingram. So like I said, you're going to want to avoid Andrew Luck due to this injury. 1, 2, 3. He's the 4th quarterback off the board. You just want to strictly avoid that. Go with Baker ahead of him. Or just wait on quarterback as a whole like I do in most drafts. So the tight end position is still looking kind of juicy here. Or we could load up on some more wide receivers or running backs. And at this slot, I'd much rather just get one more running back and then draft a wide receiver because I don't really like Jeffrey. I don't really like Pettis. Kirk is a guy that has a lot of upside. Now, Christian Kirk could 100% be a top 24 wide receiver this year. He could really break out, be a solid flex option every single game. But you're relying a lot on this Arizona offense and believing in Kyler Murray. If you believe in Kyler Murray, I believe you should pick Christian Kirk, just like how I believe in Kyler Murray. And that's why I'm kind of leaning towards picking him here. I haven't drafted him a lot. I haven't talked about him a lot. But I think that this offense has so much upside with this dink and dunk offense. They're just running slants across the middle. They're running quick passes for Kyler to get the ball off. And Christian Kirk, as we saw in the preseason, was doing pretty solid. Never mind. I just straight lied to you. He was not targeted at all. All right, that was a lie. I'm very sorry that I just lied to you like that. But what I do know is that he should be on the field, and if he's on the field, he will put in work for Arizona. And now I don't know why I lied to you right there because I may have just thought Christian Kirk was someone else on the field because I am quite dumb. But what I do know is that a lot of fantasy experts have him to break out this year. I believe he could probably have a breakout year as long as the Cardinals play well. So you have to have a lot of belief in the Cardinals turning it around this year and being a better team to pick him. Otherwise, you could just go with Robbie Anderson, who's a lot safer, or even Alshon Jeffrey, who I don't like, who I think is safer. But we're all about risk here. We're going to risk it for the biscuit and go with Christian Kirk. So after we went Christian Kirk, Alshon Jeffrey came out the board, followed by Lamar Miller, Rashad Penny, Will Fuller, Hunter Henry, and Matty Ice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks off the board already. Now in your at-home league, it's the 8th round. Maybe everyone has a quarterback by now. I don't know. But right here, I would just wait. I like Breeze a lot, but I'd much rather just wait one more round and see if someone who I would rather have that's not like a safer option like Breeze comes our way. So, we currently have 3 wideouts and 4 running backs. So we're likely going to go with yet another running back here to build that running back depth. And all the running backs have fallen our way here. Now, I did like Kenyon Drake, but he's dealing with a foot injury. He was in a walking boot. Who knows if he'll play week 1 now. He's going to ride the pine, so for your team on your bench. So it's fine to draft him for your bench. But I'm drafting with higher upside back here. I think that Miles Sanders will emerge as the running back 1 on Philadelphia just a few weeks into the season and be someone who you can constantly start every week or a guy you could trade for a great wide receiver or a great tight end or whatever you want, or just keep him on your bench and throw him in good matchups. So we're going to go with Miles Sanders here. After we selected Miles Sanders, Drew Brees came off the board, followed by Kenyon Drake, Robbie Anderson, Darius Geis, Allen Robinson, Larry Fitz, Dante Pettis, Latavius Murray, Carson Wentz, Jordan Howard, Jared Cook. Now, the reason why I haven't been targeting Dante Pettis as much is because he hasn't been showing up at training camp all that well. Same within the preseason game, he went targetless. They were throwing the ball to all these other type of people. Pettis was nowhere to be found, so that's why we're avoiding him. So, right now is where I'd be willing to go for the most high upside pick we could make here now. If you're all about that safety, don't be doing this, but I think Kyler Murray has super high upside. We have Christian Kirk, so we have that tandem, the stack. We could put Kirk in our flex and play Kyler Murray as our starting quarterback. So I'm sorry that I just coughed right there. But Christian Kirk could be not Christian Kirk, Kyler Murray could be a top 12 quarterback, a top 10 quarterback a lot of weeks, and I think that he will be. He has that rushing upside. He knows how to get out of the pocket. He knows how to maneuver. He knows how to run, and he will do it when called upon. And I do know that his throwing is a lot better than a lot of these quarterbacks that get a lot of their points running, like Lamar Jackson. So I'm all in on Kyler Murray here at the back of the draft. After we went with Kyler Murray, Kareem Hunt came at the board, followed by Cam Newton, Geronimo Allison, Sammy Watkins, Sterling Shepard, Rolls Royce Freeman, Now, let me talk about one pick here, Kareem Hunt. Now, I think you should just avoid drafting Kareem Hunt because you don't really know what his impact will be 9 weeks into the season. And why are you holding a guy for 9 weeks if you're drafting him in the ninth round? One fucking week for every round you drafted him in? Late? No, don't do that, alright? So, we are currently tight endless now. I think we would just go with the tight end here. We're not going with the Ebron because, like I say in every single video, you don't want nothing to do with Ebron. Jack Doyle is coming back, and Eric Ebron is not going to see the production he saw last year when Jack Doyle was not there. So we're just going to go with Vance McDonald here, a tight end that's looking to really break out this season. I'm so sorry that I keep randomly stopped talking because I'm sick as fuck. But I record the videos for everyone. So Vance McDonald is going to see a emergence this season and be a pretty useful part of the Pittsburgh's offense. Now, a lot of AB is gone, so a lot of his targets could go his way. Jesse James is gone, so a lot of his targets could go Vance McDonald's way. And I just like Vance McDonald a lot. He was pretty solid last year in certain games when you could start him. Same with his teammate Jesse James, but now Jesse James is gone, so it is the Vance McDonald show. So after we selected Vance McDonald, N'Keal Harry came up the board, followed by Curtis Samuel, Chicago Bears defense, Eric Ebron, David Njoku, D.D. Westbrook, Ronald Jones, Marvin Jones, Russell Wilson, Emmanuel Sanders, Jalen Samuels, MVS. So now it's time to load up on some more wide receiver options here. We currently have we got 3 wide receivers, and that worries some people. It doesn't worry me. So we're going to go with some high upside back here. And we're going to go for Mr. Kiki Kuti. Now I know his injury, kind of scary. I thought his leg got kind of fucked, but apparently his leg is fine. And he will be back just a couple weeks in the season, probably. They're scared he'll miss the opener. It's fine if he misses the opener because he's your 11th round pick. He's riding the pine. He comes back a couple weeks in the season, comes in and dominates. Will Fuller gets hurt a couple weeks in the season like he always does. Now, we don't hope for injuries, but that's just what happens. So we're going to go with Kiki Kuti here at the back of the draft. After we went Kiki Kuti, Corey Davis came off the board, followed by DK Metcalf, LA Rams, LaShawn, Old Man, McCoy, Peyton Barber, Jared Goff. So now we are going to go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers. So we're going to build some more running back depth. In a 10-team league, you don't need a backup quarterback or tight end. So we're going to go with Kalen Ballage here because this is a very easy pick because of Kenyon Drake's injury. That who knows if he'll be there week 1. Now this is giving Kalen Ballage the opportunity to become the lead back on the Dolphins. And being the lead back on any team is going to be something that you would want. Now, I know a lot of people are off the Miami offense, I'm a Miami fan. I like the Dolphins, but a lot of people are off of them. But why not just draft Ballage in the 12th round if he has the opportunity to become the running back 1 on the Miami Dolphins? So after we went with Kalen Ballage, Carlos Hyde came off the board, followed by Damian Harris, Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Jackson, Famous Jameis, Devin Singletary, Austin Hooper, AP, Dante Moncrief, Duke Johnson, Jags defense, Phillip Rivers. So now we can go with one more running back here and get a guy that I love to target in Justin Jackson. Now, I believe with every bone in my body that Mr. Melvin Gordon will hold out 8 games or just a couple of games, however many games, and Justin Jackson will be productive in those games. So for that reason, he's just obviously someone you need to draft because you're getting 4 solid weeks out of a guy, 5 solid weeks, 6 solid weeks, 7 solid weeks, 8 solid weeks, or if he gets traded, a whole season. So I'm going to go with Justin Jackson here. After we selected Justin Jackson, Devin Funchess came off the board, followed by Lamar Jackson, Big Ben, Greg Zuerlein, Chargers defense, Baltimore Ravens, and now it is our pick. So I'm going to go with the defense. The way you go with the defense is you go on Google, okay? Type in NFL schedule week 1, find a defense playing a shitty offense. So the Browns are playing the Titans, the Cowboys are playing the Giants, so we're going to go with the Cowboys. After we went with the Cowboys, the Vikings came off the board, followed by Tucker, Bucker, Browns, Lutz, Texans, Gostowski, Eagles, Fairbairn, Brady, Washington, Gould. Now it's our pick, so we picked best kicker off the board, Elliott. And then after Elliott, Vinatieri came off the board, followed by Giorgio, Trevecchio, TJ Hawkinson. So our finishing starting lineup is Kyler Murray at quarterback. Our 2 running backs are Chubb and Aaron Jones. Our 2 wideouts are Devontae Adams and Brandon Cooks. Our tight end is Vance McDonald. Our flex is Marlon Mack. Our kicker is Jake Elliott. Our defense is the Cowboys. Our bench is Sony Michel, Christian Kirk, Miles Sanders, Kiki Cootie, and Kalen Balaj and Justin Jackson. So thank you guys all for watching. If you did end up enjoying the video, please go down below, click that subscribe button because like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to help you guys dominate your league, dominate the draft, dominate the regular season, dominate the postseason, and kiss that championship trophy that you can buy with my link down below in the description from Fantasy Bros. Thank you all for watching. I love all you motherfuckers. I'll see you later. Goodbye.